that I wasn't having to dash off to the hairdressers. I could just sit and enjoy the sparkles with you. Tommy, breakfast. There you go, little one. Hello, good morning. Welcome to another butchery video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books. It's Friday reading vlog. The first Friday reading vlog since we have been complete in the home, decorated, carpets, books back on the shelves. I have been looking forward to this day. And like I said, I'm just having a quick sit down before the day starts because it's a bit of a busy one today. So I'm getting my hair done at 9 o'clock. Where I get my hair done, I go to somebody's house to have it done, and ordinarily I drive around there, but David worked in London last night and took the car in because all the trains were cancelled because of Storm Kieran, which is still raging a bit here. So I've got to walk to the hairdressers. That's going to take about 20-25 minutes, and then once I have my hair done, I can't wait to have my hair done. I've got these sort of, I mean, you'll see it later. I believe it's called a money piece, the blonde bit at the front with the ginger. But where my roots are coming through now, my roots are sort of like mousy brown and grey. I feel like sometimes I've got a sort of like 4-colour head thing going on. So I think next year I'm just going to go for the full ginge, which might be a bit more sustainable in terms of like it will last a bit longer. So going to do that, then dashing back here, by which point hopefully David will be back from London and able to pick me up, because we're interviewing the actor who plays Adam in The Archers for this week's All About the Archers bonus episode, and that's happening at a swift 12:45, so I need to be there for 12:45, and hopefully that should be absolutely fine. Then that happens, then I edit the YouTube video and get that going, by which point hopefully I'll do some reading for this Friday reading vlog. And then tonight we're going to my cousin Laura's, and we're gonna have a little takeaway and yeah, spend a bit of time around there, which will be nice. The 7th series of Selling Sunset's on Netflix now, and David and Laura and I love it. I don't think Tom's so interested in it, but maybe we can watch one episode tonight. Maybe. And that's that. So yeah, I think I'll just concentrate on getting to the hairdresser now, and then once I'm back and I've done the podcast and stuff like that, we'll pick the questions and the books and everything for today. But yeah, good to, it feels nice to be back and it to be decorated and it to be lovely. And I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. So yeah, let's just rush on with the day then, she says, just sitting down and taking a sip of her tea. We should though. It's freezing in here. I've had to put the heating on. When I woke up this morning it was 16.1, and they do say don't let it drop below 18, which we do because we don't have the heating on all the time. But I thought 16.1 is pretty low, so I've put it on just for me to get in and out of the shower, and then I'll turn it off again. Okay, David? I'll turn it off again when I get out of the shower.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you.
Feeling fresh. Feeling very fresh actually. But feeling a bit worn out because I'm walking really fast because David's on his way to meet me. But I don't want him to drive past the part where the alleyway comes out because obviously he can't see me down the alleyway. So I'm marching fast. and then home to get ready for the podcast. Really pleased with my hair. Looks nice, doesn't it? I'm back! God, it's so lovely and warm in here, like, which is partly the sunshine and partly the fact that we've got the heated area in here, because the heated area, when this room's closed up, which is what we do overnight when we leave, this room just gets heated up because of the heated area, which is lovely, although these are still a bit wet. So I'm going to be lovely and cosy in here for the remainder of the day. Now it's 11:45, 11:42 in fact. I'm actually back a bit quicker than I thought I would be. So I'm going to pick my books for the day, read my challenge, read my question, and then get set up to record the podcast, because that I've got to be live in an hour. So yeah, I think I'll maybe get comfy on this lovely sunny bit of sofa over here for a bit and just pick some books for you and for me to read. David's desperate for us to watch the Sainsbury's Christmas advert together, which I'm also desperate to do. I've seen 2 Marks and Spencer's ones. Have you seen the actual Marks and Spencer's?
No, I haven't.
So the actual Marks and Spencer's one's got Hannah Waddington in it.
What
Zoe
song do
Ashton.
they slow down this year?
Pardon?
What song do they slow down this year?
It's slowed down, sped up version of "And I Would Do Anything for Love."
Oh, yeah, it's this, like, have this, like, something about don't do what you want to do, you know, so you're not forced to do anything.
Do what you want to do. What I want to do is film without you interrupting me. No, I'm joking! And then the other Marks and Spencer's advert is the food one. It's got the voices of Dawn French and Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, which I think is very impressive. McElhenney, sorry. What did I say that I wanted for Christmas again? Someone to not interrupt me while I was filming.
Shoes on the other foot.
Yeah, it is. I do always interrupt. Speak over David. But anyway, so here we are, Friday, about to do some reading. So I am currently reading Casting Off by Elizabeth Jane Howard. I am 220 pages into this. That's, I would say, over a third of the way through. 4th book in the Cazalet Chronicles series. I keep, the light keeps changing, so I'm going to try and stay hunched down here. Very much enjoying this and the whole series. The 3rd book was my favourite so far, but this I think is already taken over the 3rd book, but absolutely loving it. So we'll be reading that at some point. Also, I'm listening to the audiobook of Ed Gamble's Glutton. I started listening to that yesterday, and I think a lot of it, when it comes to comedians, I think I enjoy them in conversation with other people, and then when it's just one person sort of performing at me or to me, I don't love it as much. And I felt like that when we went to watch Ed Gamble do stand-up, and I feel a little bit like that with the book. But I've listened to an hour of it. I'll give it another hour, and if I'm not enjoying it, then maybe I'll gel it on. And then lastly, I'm going to start today The Break by Katharina Vermette. This is a book that I recently picked up when I was book shopping with Mercedes and Jen in London. We went to Daunt Books, and I asked Mercedes what her favourite book by an Indigenous author was, and she said they've got it on the shelves, and I was like, great news. So I went and picked it up and bought it then and there, and that means, I mean, that's not the only reason I'm reading it, but one of my reading challenges from the Ultimate Reading Challenge. Oh, the John Lewis Christmas advert's out as well. No, it's not. Is it?
I don't know.
That might not be real. One of the reading challenges from the Reading Challenge book is read a book that features an Indigenous person. And I've got a feeling there might be a bookmark in there. So yeah, that features Indigenous people and is written by an Indigenous person. Tick. And then the question that will be, I'm going to have to move that, I think, because the light is just too bad. David's scrolling through things on the telly that I'm feeling very interested in, and I'm not concentrating on my lovely reading.
We'll watch it. I'll turn it off to.
And then the question I'm going to answer today is, oh God, what am I going to do about this light? It's so annoying. Is that going to make it a bit better? Nope. That's worse. We'll just have to put up with it. I mean, it's lovely sort of summer, winter sunlight light, which we like. Okay. we're really getting, we've only got this many of these questions left now, so let's go for this one. The Odyssey. Do you have a to be read pile? No one will judge you if it's an actual pile. So that is the question we will be answering at the end of the book, at the end of the question, the end of the video. Do you have a to be read pile? No one will judge you if it's an actual pile. What about if it's an actual bookshelf of over 500 books? Will people judge me then? We'll see. And then, as ever, we'll be reading a poem for the day, and this is going to be from A Poem for Every Winter Day, edited by Ali Aziri. So yeah, looking forward to that, because this is now out of my bath. Hurrah! So that's that. David is desperate to talk to me about lunch, so I'm going to go and do that, and then I'm going to set up for the podcast, read through my notes for the podcast, record the podcast, edit the video, and before then, will I start reading the break? Maybe I will start reading the break. Oh, I love it when they give you a free bookmark. Daunt Books has given me this free bookmark. There we go. Onwards. Hair looks good. I haven't even moved from my last position, but we're going to watch one of the Christmas adverts and react to it. So here we go.
What one do you want to watch?
I want your feet to be out of the way before I do anything. Well, what one do you want? One that we both haven't seen.
Okay. Well, I've seen that. What one haven't you seen?
Well, that doesn't look like it.
I don't think that is...
Let's watch the Asda Michael Bublé one.
Oh, but I've
Or
seen
the Marks and Spencer's one, not the food one.
this one.
Yeah.
You know it's true.
Anne!
Can.
It's exciting.
Oh, I will do it.
I love that dress and shoe combo.
Nice. Nice! I like that one.
But I just won't do that.
Oh,
Love Hannah Waddington, don't we?
yeah.
So there we
That's
go.
good.
A reaction. Start straight away in this beautiful light, which doesn't translate as beautiful on the camera, but I assure you it's beautiful. I'm going to start straight away on The Break by Katharina Vermette. Oh, it starts with a family tree. Great. And it's got highlighted names, which I assume are going to be, well, the highlighted names are the women, so I assume these are going to be the people we're hearing from. I've been listening to The Archers for about 8 or 9 years. I haven't been there for the full 20 years of your career, Andrew. But so I wasn't there at the beginnings of Adam and Ian. Could you remind the listeners and give me a little potted history of how they ended up getting together? If you remember. Oh, romantic. Romance. Adam's agreeing. Yeah? He remembers it well. That was so much fun! So, the guy who plays Adam in The Archers, Andrew, Adam's quite a sort of highly strung character, but Andrew who plays him, absolute hoot. Hilarious, had a really, really good time. They're just uploading the files now, then I've got to edit the video. Yeah, so I'm just heating up my lunch in the oven. Oh, Daphne's in there. And then I'm going to do a little bit more reading of The Break, because I read about 30 pages of The Break. I'm not going to carry on reading it. 32, in fact. And I'm still eating at the table because of the new carpets. We're still being good. And yeah, that'll be the rest of the afternoon. I've got my All About the Archers hoodie on. Boo, boo, boo. I'm just editing now.
Not as much as a year, I don't think. That Ian Craig came to work at Grey
I asked for a
Gables
potted history
and
of how the two characters, Adam and Ian, got together, because
with Peggy.
I've been listening for 9 years and they were an established couple when I started listening, so it's very nice to hear from Andrew, the actor who plays Adam.
Was burning, and and the rest is history. They just met there and hit it off, and they first kissed in the polytunnels. After the scene, we had the scene after which the script did say, don't sigh, kiss. Kiss with a sigh, kiss without a sigh. Kiss meaningfully.
It's edited. Oh, sorry, Daphne. Daphne was under the sofa. It's edited, and as you can hear in the background, I've got the old washing on, which means that I've done a load of washing today, which also means, I'm just going to mark it on here, load of washing. Today is my 100th day of doing chores in a row. I actually, 100, so I've been using this app called Sweepy, which I downloaded over 3 months ago, and here I am now living in a world where not only do I enjoy cleaning, I love cleaning. I have been so into it and getting the right product for the right thing, and yeah, and it's all down to this app called Sweepy. And also I've been watching a lot of TikToks on how to clean things, because I didn't know how to clean things, and I've been following certain Instagram accounts to teach me how to clean things, and things like, so like buying dehumidifiers, because the inside of the windows were always really like condensated during the winter, and learning how to clean a toilet and learning how to clean a dishwasher and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm really into it. So to celebrate this, I'd had this in my mind for a while, but I am going to film a video on how to clean your house for £10 and under. So how to get your ideal cleaning kit, the things that you will need, that all cost under £10 and should clean your house for way over a month, 2 months. Like, it depends how often you're going to be cleaning. If you're going to be doing it once a month, then you're going to be once a week, you're going to have, that's going to last a long time. So I will be doing that in order to celebrate this 100 days of cleaning. 100 days of cleaning I've done, David.
Well done.
So yeah, so while I'm waiting for that, hello Dabney, hello Dabney, you coming up, Dabney? There she is, come on in. What is it? She cannot resist a scratchy. You just can't resist it. What is it? What is it? What's it? She just can't resist it. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my book for a bit. Yeah, gonna get back to my book. 36 pages in. What are you eating out there?
Brazil nut.
He's a hungry boy, he needs a Brazil nut. So we're going to leave very shortly for my cousin Laura's. So I thought I would wrap up the reading vlog here. I have read 50 pages of The Break today, and I read a little bit earlier of, 20 pages of Casting Off, because I was on page 200. So yeah, 70 pages read today, and a little bit of my audiobook, but mainly I've been editing the vlog. So let us go. So I incorrectly held up a poem for every winter day earlier on today, saying I would be reading a poem from here, but this starts on the 1st of December. We're in November. In my head, I'm fully like immersed, although we've still got a few Halloweeny bits. Halloweeny. There's still, like, I'm thinking now we're just on the slide into December, into Christmas. Right, so the two poems to go for are The First Men on Mercury by Edwin Morgan, or The Girl with Many Eyes by Tim Burton. Oh, I think I'll go for this. Oh, lovely. Yeah, okay, so Tim Burton, who is the director of Nightmare Before Christmas, and also the adaptation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Alice in Wonderland. He's also a writer, and this is a poem called The Girl with Many Eyes. Oh, why am I reading this first? I don't normally do the poem first. I normally do the other bits. We end on the poem. Sorry, guys. It's been a while since I've done this. So, the question was, do you have a to be read pile? No one will judge you if it's an actual pile. Well, I've got more than a to be read pile, like I alluded to earlier, and I'm very interested to hear what other people's to be read piles look like. I've got, excuse the washing, a to be read bookshelf. So I will just show you, and I've recently sorted out my bookshelf, so these will look familiar to you. Oh, I'll move the washing out the way. But the majority of these books on these shelves, so the top shelves are my favourites and the cloth bound classics, but even some of these are unread. I did say when I was doing the sort out that I would count how many. I haven't counted how many, but I will do now to tell you how many unread books I've got. That's the Book of Dust. Sometimes there are sequels in these bookshelves that haven't been, or have been read, but I'm waiting for the series to be finished and they haven't quite made it to my favourites, but I want to hang on to them. But anyway, let's count now. ...274 books, but really because I've got my book trolley here that has more on. So 274, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82. Oh, and there's more here because there's Christmas ones that I haven't counted. 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. At the minimum, 287 to be read books. Let me know how many are on your to be read pile, and yeah, let me know what your pile looks like, if it is indeed a whole bookshelf like mine. So yeah, that was the question. Do you have a to be read pile? No one will judge you if it's an actual pile. Then I get my little reading challenge because I've started reading a book that has an Indigenous character. Indeed, it is by an Indigenous author. Read a book that features an Indigenous person. And as I thought, oh, it's adorable. An adorable bookmark that's got books and tea and little glasses and stuff like that printed on it. So I will put that with my pile of bookmarks, which I've got a bit of a miss at the moment because since I put stuff back on the shelves, I can't find my bookmark, but that is adorable. That's perfect for a little paperback, isn't it? Sometimes I have paperbacks and like smaller ones that the bookmarks are all too big, so this will be perfect. And then lastly, I can read the poem because I've got to that point now. So I'm going to be reading The Girl with the Many Eyes, you guessed it, by Tim Burton. One day in the park, I had quite a surprise. I met a girl who had many eyes. She was really quite pretty and also quite shocking, and I noticed she had a mouth, so we ended up talking. We talked about flowers and her poetry classes and the problem she'd ever have if she wore glasses. It's great to know a girl who has so many eyes, but you get really wet when she breaks down and cries. Thank you, Tim Burton, and thank you to you for watching this reading vlog, and I will see you all again soon for another BookTube video. Goodbye!